In this question, you'll be provided data for the reaction of chloroethane becoming hydrochloric acid and ethene. You will then determine the reaction order and give the value of K, including the correct units. And here is the initial data. If you have a graphing calculator, you can get the graphs and give the results. Make sure that you mention that you are using a graphing calculator. Without a graphing calculator, and actually I think this is quicker, check the slopes. So I go from 0 to 100 seconds. I'm going to ignore the units. The value I get is negative 0.00338. I look from 100 to 200 seconds, and my value is obviously very different. The slopes are not close, so this is not a zero order reaction. So you do the next thing, which is fill in the natural log of the concentration column, and it looks like this. I'm going to check the slopes again, so you could graph it on a calculator. 0 to 100, I get negative 3.15 times 10 to the minus 3. From 200 to 300, I get the same value. The slopes are the same, so this is a first order reaction. Because we know it's a first order reaction, we don't need to check the inverse of the concentration of the chloroethane. The next part of the question says report the value of K and include correct units. K is the negative, the slope of the line. In the previous part of the question, the slope of the line was calculated to be negative 3.15 times 10 to the minus 3 per minute. Remember that logs do not have a unit. So the negative of that slope is 3.15 times 10 to the minus 3 per minute. That's the value of K. Also, you can plug in any values at any specific time except for time equals 0 into the equation itself for K. So this is the equation for a first order reaction. Plug in what we know, go ahead and solve, and you'll end up with the same value. So either method works. The question has now been asked and answered.